Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to this video. It is Wednesday the 31st of March, 6:15 p.m. UK time. So I'm going to do a quick video just with an update. So we've had Passover and the first day of unleavened bread, that's Nisan, the 14th and the 15th have passed, and we are now coming up to the end of the Passover, which is the 21st of Nisan. As you'll know, if you saw in the community tab, election results have officially been announced and presented to Rivlin. So that was today, the 31st of March. So really the only confirmation for the elections has happened today. Israeli president receives official election results, and you'll know that both sides, pro and against Netanyahu, cannot form a majority. There's a whole hodgepodge of parties which can't come together collectively, and Rivlin is deciding whether to let Netanyahu, who has the most number of seats, try and form a government again. But it looks like he might be considering giving somebody else the mandate to form the government, because Netanyahu is lashing out at him and saying that he's trying to remove Netanyahu. So this is ongoing as we speak at the moment. They are infighting amongst each other, and as I'm sure we will see, they are not going to be able to form this government. So this is ongoing, my friends, and this election and the results for it have only happened today. So just going back to the prophecy, and I was thinking about this this week, and how these prophecies, if we look at them, the Kaduri prophecy, it talks about the beginning of this period, which we have been watching from on the eve of the year 5780. So obviously that was 2 years ago. September we were watching 5780, and it's interesting because if you actually have a look at this, each of these prophecies talk about a different thing. So the Kaduri one talks about the beginning of the this stalemate in Israel, and then it talks about Rosh Hashanah, there will be a fight in heaven, the holy side against the side of evil. So that's from a heavenly perspective in the realm that we cannot see. So it talks about the beginning of this period of time and an extended period where there's going to be the stalemate, and then this fight that occurs in heaven, which seems to match up with Revelation chapter 12, when Satan fights against Michael and his angels. Then the covenant of the Persimmon, Rabbi Shoshani, this one talks about the interim period. So it doesn't talk about the beginning, but it talks about the events which occur over this period of time between these two men, which are called Benjamin, that are trying to contend for this government or kingship. And then he says, on that day, understand that the Messiah already stands at the doorway, and on the Sabbath afterwards he will come and be revealed. So we have had this election now, and we know that this is the fourth election. So there have been 3 failed governments, and this is now the 4th election, and they haven't tried to build the government up. So we see the Kaduri one talks about the beginning. Then the Shoshani one talks about the interim period and the 2 Benjamins, and the Sabbath afterwards, he will come and be revealed. And then the Kisma prophecy fits in and speaks about the actual falling of the governments themselves. So that's the end of the prophecy when they can't build the government up again. So if you look at these prophecies, these three prophecies, and how they interlink with one another, you've got the beginning, the interim period, and the end, which is with regards to the government. So you've got Kaduri mentioning the time, which is 5780, which is when this began. Then you've got Shoshani mentioning the actual players, which are Benjamin Netanyahu and Benny Gantz and the government. And then you've got from the high level perspective, the government, and it falling down 3 times. And then it says, before it can be rebuilt, the Son of David will come. So if we take that and extract it and we look at that practically speaking, before it can be rebuilt, the government being rebuilt would be rebuilt by, and of course this is speculation, but it would be rebuilt by whoever was given the mandate, because they would then build the government up based on the representative parties, which they then form to build the government. So that would mean the building up of the government using the available parties which would agree to form that government. So that would be when Rivlin gives them the mandate, right? So you can't build something without the pieces, and whoever is given that opportunity would then start to build based on the pieces, which are the different political parties. So basically what I'm saying is, potentially maybe this coming weekend, now that the elections results have been announced officially, and bear in mind that the 21st of Nisan is what's coming up this weekend. And if we have a look at in Leviticus, where it talks about the first day of unleavened bread is a Sabbath, and the last day of unleavened bread is a Sabbath. It says in Leviticus chapter 23, it says, on the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's obviously the month of Nisan, the first month. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. In the first day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. So that is a Sabbath, or a high Sabbath, because whatever that day falls on, the 15th day, is a Sabbath. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day is a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. So if we have a look at the date on Saturday the 3rd of April, that's the 21st of Nisan, and that is Pesach, the 7th day of Pesach or Passover or unleavened bread. That is this coming Sabbath, the 21st of Nisan, which is the 3rd of April, right? So that is the following Sabbath. And just looking at the meaning of the number 21 in the Bible, it says here, the meaning of number 21, and bearing in mind we're obviously in 2021, 21 symbolizes the great wickedness of rebellion and sin. After the children of Israel left Egyptian bondage, they had 21 major rebellious events as they traveled and wandered the wilderness. The number 13, which symbolizes depravity and sinfulness, and 21 are closely related. The meaning of the number 21 in the Bible is an outgrowth of 13. Adding 13, sinfulness, to 8, symbolizing new beginning, gives us the number 21, or a number that represents beginning a new level or effort that is sinful and disobedient against God. On the last day of God's 7-day spring festival, that's the 21st of the month of Nisan, the Eternal carried out his last judgment against the Egyptians. My friends, the 21st of Nisan was when the Israelites crossed over the Red Sea and God judged the Egyptians. He drowned Pharaoh and his entire army in the Red Sea as they were pursuing the Israelites in order to make them slaves again. So this is an interesting site. It just discusses numbers in the Bible. It says there's 21 things that the Apostle Paul writes in 2 Timothy 3, the 21 sins which show the exceeding wickedness of the self-love, vanity, self-idolatry. He begins the chapter with a warning and then starts his list with the words, but know this, that in the last days perilous times will come, for men will selfishly love themselves, love money, brag, be proud, blaspheme, disregard parents, not be thankful, reject the holiness will not have natural affection, being uncompromising, false accusers, lack of self-control, fierce, hateful, betrayers, hard-hearted, selfish views, love pleasure, reject God, and will look from the outside as being godly, and on the inside will deny the power thereof. So we all know that verse there and all those things that are listed about the end times that we are currently living in right now. And my friends, coronavirus, after Pfizer announcement, Israel gears up to vaccinate their teens. Israeli COVID strain found, but vaccine effective against it, and they are acquiring another 36 million additional vaccine doses. They're about to inject this stuff into children in Israel. We're living in the last days, my friends. We're living in the last days. Coronavirus, Israeli adolescents to receive Pfizer vaccine if FDA approves, and they have. They've just approved today. And this is what they're about to do to their children. Pfizer Incorporated and BioNTech said their COVID vaccine was safe and effective and produced robust antibody responses in 12 to 15-year-olds. These are kids that are not even affected by this. There is no need for them to do this. And this is just appalling what's going on. So, my friends, I just wanted to bring that update to you. The 21st of Nisan is coming. That's when the Israelites crossed over the Red Sea and God drowned the Egyptians. The 21st of Nisan is this Shabbat, and we shall see. We shall see. The prophecy says that the Sabbath afterwards he will come and be revealed, and the gate will not be able to be built up again. So does that built up mean before the 24th Knesset can be formed, or does it mean even before Rivlin can give somebody an opportunity to try and build it? We will find out this weekend. Be patient. The coming of the Lord is near. Nothing can stop what's about to happen. Be patient, my friends, and don't worry about anything. The King is coming. Glory is before us. The keys of the kingdom are in the hands of Christ. The door is about to open, and we are about to go in. We will be caught up together with him in the clouds. We will be glorified. Jesus Christ will be magnified, and the Lord God Almighty we will see with our very own eyes. We will stand upon the glassy sea, and we will behold his glory, and we will be sinless, and we will be with Christ forever. We will be at eternal rest, resting with the disciples. It's real, my friends. It's real. It's about to happen, and stay excited. Be patient for the coming of the Lord. His timing is perfect. So we will see what happens. 21st of Nisan is the next date. That is this coming Shabbat. And I hope to see you in the sky. I love you very much. And if we're here after next week, I will do an update, and we see what's happening. Everything is going according to God's plan, and nothing is out of his hands or out of his control. He's got this plan, and it will happen at the perfect time. So I love you very much, and I hope to see you in the sky.